Hey Pop Culture Pals, it's Cynthia from Boris Basement, and I'm here with my latest haul. We went out this is one weekend a month, now every other month. We go to a little further away. My husband has a meeting for his model building club, and I go thrifting. And I usually go to my favorite thrift store, which you've heard me mention before, Anaheim Thrift. And this time around, they weren't that great. But I went down the street to another place that I don't go to that often that was amazing. Part of the reason they were amazing is because I love Halloween. And they had so much Halloween stuff out. I could have bought, oh my God, I could have bought so much more than I bought. Because not only did they have Halloween stuff, but it was really reasonably priced. I saw so many things at Anaheim Thrift that I wanted, but they were not on the markdown. They were full price, and I couldn't do it. They would have been great if I wanted them for myself, but to resell, not happening. So I ended up going to 3 stores on Saturday, and 90% of what I bought was clothing, costume related. I got a few other bits and pieces that I might save for another video, and I'm trying a new angle to get you a better look at some shirts because I found some really cool shirts. And for a change, I'm going to start with my favorite thing. This was the best thing I found. This is a Disney Haunted Mansion. It still has its original price tag. Derby hat. Look at this beautiful Mickey pin. And then it's got the Haunted Mansion wallpaper on a fun derby hat. So it was $25 at Disney. It is it's new with tags. It's been sitting on a shelf, so it's got like a little bit of an indent here. But overall, it's in good shape. I paid $4 for it, which is more than I like to spend, but I bought it. I mean, I didn't even think twice. It's Haunted Mansion. The last one sold for about $45, but I think I'm going to keep it, at least for a while, because I love, look at the pin. Isn't that amazing? And that wallpaper is so iconic. I just love it. I just love it. So I keep wondering if it was marked out of stock because there is something wrong with it, maybe because of this little dent was always there, but it is terrific for me. So that's my best find that I'm keeping. This, it's a little tricky to see what this is, but you'll get it from this. So this is a Mad Hatter costume for a woman, a young girl or woman. Not sure what. I think these are gloves. I didn't even realize. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the camera. Again, this is a different angle for me. I did not even realize. This is gloves and go up the arm or the leg arm, I guess. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was there. So very cool costume. What caught my eye was the colors. Now for the whole costume, hang on, I'm not going to rattle bag through the whole thing. I just want to keep this costume all together because it's so many pieces. The whole costume, they wanted $6.96. They had the weirdest prices. So $7. And it's this super duper coat, the hat that you saw, and I didn't even realize, the gloves and everything. And then cute underdress. Looks in really good condition. I haven't looked it over, every inch of it, but it's in good shape. It is not Disney. It is a generic Mad Hatter costume from one of the costume companies. But so cute. The colors are fabulous. I think somebody would want this not just for Halloween. I think an Alice fan would really like this, just for cosplay or whatever. I do hate that I don't know. I don't know what I hate more. This company is one of the ones that staples the tags, and I understand why they do it, but still. And actually, I do find the staples do, as much as they're a pain to get off, they do seem to leave less of a mark than those regular tags that you shoot through, because those things are leaving holes in the shirts, especially now that there's a lot of tagless shirts, so they can't even shoot them through the tag. They shoot them through the back collar, which drives me crazy. All right, so this is our first look at this new angle. I think I might have to adjust a little more. I think that'll work. Right, try this. So when I went out, I broke my glasses. First thing. which was very interesting because it put me in a position of shopping without looking things up, which was kind of interesting to trust my instincts for a change. Now, like I said, the first place was expensive. The second place was so cheap that I didn't even bother looking things up because it didn't matter. I just grabbed. And I'll tell you why I grabbed everything, and hopefully that'll help you out. I did not look everything up. I'll give you my best guess on prices. So this, I don't usually buy zombie things because zombies are kind of out of vogue, as it were, because there's so much zombie stuff. So, but this is a Zombies Attack San Francisco, I was going to say 70 experience. So I believe what this is one of those like locked room adventure things, events where you go and you sort of like a haunted house, but you can go all year long and you have to work together to try to solve the mystery in order to get out before the zombies get you. It's a hoodie. I think it was like $3. The only thing it is missing, it's pull string, but most people don't care. I thought it was really unusual because it was for this specific experience. So somebody who went to this event might probably want this because it was probably very expensive at the event. Next, so that's why I bought it. I don't, like I said, I don't buy zombie everything. Got that one because it was specifically a zombie experience. This was also against my rules. I bought 3 things that I said I would never buy anymore. I did put a Doctor Who shirt back because it was kind of expensive and it was one of those very thin ones and they had put the staples through and I thought, oh, this is going to leave a mark. So this is actually a curtain panel, a sheer floor to ceiling curtain panel, not a short panel, a full one. And somebody obviously handmade it because if you can see maybe here, it's lined. And the bottom has weights in it so that it hangs straight. It is odd that it's a full length because I don't know how many kids' rooms have full length windows to the floor, but whatever. But the pattern on the fabric was adorable. So it's all Disney Mickey Pirates. It is from the 80s. It does say somewhere on here, I won't probably be able to find it right away, but somewhere on here, oh, here we go. Let me put my glasses on. So 1981, Walt Disney production. So it was actually, really is vintage. So that's what so this was fabric yardage that was sold and somebody turned into curtains. I have 2 panels of this that I'll put them both up if somebody wants to buy them both as curtains. I suspect somebody's going to buy them as fabric to do something else with. So again, against my better judgment, they were $3 each but it was a lot of fabric. It was from the 80s, and I loved the print on it, so I bought it. All right, now we're into the regular shirts. This one I grabbed. The art on it looked really similar, this color variation, to a shirt I just sold. I saw this face, this, and Stark here, and said, "Oh, it's Game of Thrones," which, to be honest, is another thing I don't pick up all that often because there's just way too much Game of Thrones and it's not as hot as it used to be from a collectible standpoint. Then I noticed that it said Nirvana on the shirt, so I was really confused. But my son, who I go to for all questions of pop culture, current pop culture that I don't know, said this is like a Game of Thrones 80s style. So it's like I think, is it Ned Stark? Done 80s style. So he's like wearing just an 80s shirt and all of that. I liked it. I thought it was artsy, very interesting. Again, I have no idea what the value is. It's a real thin but high quality shirt. So that's why I grabbed that. This one, I don't understand these. So I forgot, this was a thrift store I actually went to on Friday before another one we hadn't been to in a while. They had a bunch of these shirts that all had either old man or old woman here, and then something different here, and then different months here. So they had a bunch of them for NCIS. They had, Gibbs, like, never underestimate old women who love Gibbs and was born in October. So my husband is a huge David Bowie fan, so that's why we had to buy this one. He said he has seen these like on Facebook. But the trick with these, as cool as it is, I have to find a man who is the size of the shirt, who loves David Bowie, who was born in January, which really cuts down my field of selling this. However, if you are that person, wow, this is the shirt for you. So I passed on all the rest of them. I had some more of them in my cart, and I put them back. Yeah, because of that. But we did buy the Bowie one, which again we may not even sell. He may keep it. I did spend. I would say no more than $3 on any of these shirts, and some of them I got for even less. And if I can remember which ones, I will tell you. So this was another shirt. Obviously came from the same company. Clearly they made a bunch of these shirts with different television shows on it. This is NCIS. Warning, do not disturb while I'm watching NCIS. Serious injury or death may occur. Which are those pretty funny. I think NCIS still has a real following. I used to really love it. And, I thought it was worth giving a try for, I think I got it for like $1.50. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Oh, no, I messed my lineup. This one I had to grab. Again, this is from the same company, I think, that just turned out a bunch of pop culture shirts that were kind of random. Night Industries 2000. It's a Knight Rider Kit Car Fanish shirt. This has got to be the weirdest thing I found all weekend and for a long time. So this is original Shag. Shag is amazing. I love Shag art, and if you find real Shag pieces, like if anything Shag basically sells. And his style is this vintage, retro, atomic age art. The people all have similar look. Once you know Shag, you'll always see it. But what's crazy about this one is this one's a very risque. They do call it, I think it's called the Retro Goddess. He's got his cat here. It's a little hard to see on here. But she's clearly, not dressed in much. And so she's kind of risque and all that. But look at this shirt. Like, I don't know if you can see the hem. This is a kid's shirt. So I understand people who want to dress their kids in Shag, but who's putting their kid in a risque, half-naked woman Shag shirt? I don't know. But then maybe no one. And this is why this ended up at the thrift store, because it's so weird. So I'm hoping somebody's going to buy it, not to put on their kid. So either a very small woman could wear this, if that's true, or it could be like a cute little crop top, or you could turn it into a pillow. It's a super piece of Shag art, and it would make a really easy pillow if you just, sew around these corners and stuff it, you're set. That'd be fun. So yeah, I have no idea the value of that. I could not find this design. I could only find this design from one other person, and certainly not in that size. Okie dokie. So this, now we have to come up a little bit because now we've got, all right. So a week ago, I found a polo shirt, Lacoste shirt that sold for over $100. Now, Ralph Lauren stuff doesn't all sell for a lot of money, but I remembered someone telling me that the large Polo Pony, if you found that, was worth something. Now, apparently what this seems to be is, it's called Ralph Lauren The Big Pony Collection, which I think there was a cologne and some other things that they made. So this is not old Ralph Lauren. I think this is like a throwback retro style Ralph Lauren. Still, I bought it for two reasons: the large pony and the color blocking. This is a super 80s throwback. I don't think it's from the 80s, but again, 80s feeling shirt. The one downside of it is a woman's shirt. I think it's going to sell better to a guy, so maybe a guy won't care. And I saw the same shirt in different color blocks, a purple pink variation, and much more softer colors sell, I think it was 25 or 35 range. Nobody had this color combination up. So I'm hoping this is a more sought after with these primary colors. Are kind of cool. Super for fall. Again, I got it for half price. They wanted $7 for it. It was half price day, so I got it for $3.50. And for $3.50, I'll totally take a chance. Oh, look at the back too. Ugh. Isn't that nice? So fun shirt. And again, seems to be in very nice condition. All right, now we're getting into testing my true pop culturism. All right, I'll tell you, I cheated on this one and looked it up. Caught my eye because it said Hollywood. caught my eye because it was a horror blood dripping shirt. Took me a minute to realize this says Undead. And it turns out Hollywood Undead is a band. Their shirts do sell. It's probably only a $14 shirt, but that's okay. I'll take $14 for it. I probably paid, like I said, again, between $2 to $3 for it. I think this came from... I don't think I found any half-offs there. I know. I'd say it was $3. I know I didn't pay more than $4 for any of these average shirts that I bought. So I grabbed that because it was $3 and under Hollywood Undead. You're going to notice a real horror theme here. Some of that is because people were putting out Halloween stuff, and some of it was just, I don't know. There happened to be a lot of horror-esque clothing when I went out today, and I love it. So this is called Motionless in White. I believe this is also a band. Super creepy graphics again. Almost actually a little bit more fantasy-esque graphics. There's, let me see if I can get you a little closer here. Grim Reaper. And, nice shirt. Nice quality shirt. Feels really soft. Good shape. I am assuming, again, that's a band. This was kind of a wild card. I think I bought it because it was like really cheap. I think it was like a $2 shirt. It says there's no room on my broom. I love Halloween stuff. I put it up all year long. And it's harder to find. The stores are putting it out now, which is when I need to grab it. Although the prices are up. If you find it during the rest of the year, the prices are kind of low. And this is just generic. Again, I don't know if there's much value in it, but I thought it was cute. I like the concept. It was a nice, large, roomy shirt, and it was only $2. Talk about evil Halloweeny graphics. So this says the Black Dahlia murder, and this really satanic looking image on it. A very high quality shirt. This graphic, just the feel of it is cool. I am assuming Black Dahlia Murder is again a band or the name of an album. I don't think it's an actual reference just to the Black Dahlia, which or the movie, because of this graphic. I've never seen the satanic graphics along with the Black Dahlia look. You know what? No, it's okay. So again, didn't look it up. Saw that creepy graphic. Saw Black Dahlia. Bought it. If you're not familiar, if you're a mystery fan, you're familiar. But the Black Dahlia murder was a famous case in Los Angeles in the 40s or 50s. It's bad, I should know. But it's a very famous murder case that is a lot of movies have been made about and stories have been made about. It's hard to say why. It's just one of those stories that's just hung on for a long time of this young woman that was murdered, rather unusually, young actress in Hollywood back in the day. It's just got all the aspects of, a good story. So if you like murder mysteries and you're not familiar with the Black Dahlia, look that one up. So I was recently watching Lindy Glenn. I'm sure some of you eBayers watch her as well. And she was talking about getting a whole bunch of scrub tops for 99 cents a piece. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I can't touch scrubs. When I went to Anaheim Thrift, the scrubs, the cheapest ones were for like $4 or $5. And I don't know. I can't do it. Especially lately, scrubs have really dropped off for me in price. I think just more because more people are selling them. However, when I went to my other store, in their Halloween section, which was vast, they had a bunch of scrub tops, and they were only $2 each. So they were Halloween, and they're $2. They're in really nice shape. This one, too, is a big shirt. 2X. Again, what happens when I take my glasses off? Oh, I'm messing everything up. 2X. Very cute pattern. Look at that. Adorable. And it feels like it's hardly been worn, because I bet you somebody bought it one year for Halloween. They wore it for that year. And then that was it. And then there's this one, which I don't know if it is, but it looks like Lucy Bear, I think is what I want to say. There's those little ceramic bears that are all dressed in costumes. And see how they are. They're all bears dressed in costume. So I feel like that's what this is. That this was based on a Lucy Bear, I believe is what it's called. Cute. Somebody who loves bears. It's cute Halloween again. It's not scary. You know, it's for the kids. So sweet. Good size too, not huge. Oh, it's a medium, but still. I love this one. Now the two patterns I just showed you are really typical. For some reason, scrub shirts tend to be quite busy. This one is a riot. Look at this witch. Look, she's got pumpkins and a carriage. She's like wearing her cat like a scarf. Let me get a little closer here for you. Her face is hysterical. Hang on. Let me get it lined up. There we are. That one. This one. So funny. It's another medium. And I just like that it was good. Let's go by Cotton Scrubs. Good quality, good shape, no rips. I say no rips. A little bit of seam issue here in the corner. You should check. That's where the one place you should check on these, because as you're pulling them on and off, they don't have a lot of give in this material. That's where it tends to go. But still, that's not going to stop anybody from buying this. I might only get $10, $12 for it, but I love spreading the Halloween joy, so I will spread Halloween joy to the nurses with that. Another spooky one. It took me a while to realize with playing around in Google that this says annotations, and I think it's annotations of an autopsy, at an autopsy. I thought it was of an autopsy. I don't know. But again, scary skeleton type creatures here. The Reign of Darkness. I thought this was a movie because this totally looks like a movie shirt, especially when you see, I have one later on that looks a whole lot like this that is a movie. But apparently this is a band and Reign of Darkness is one of their albums. There are quite a few of these up, believe it or not, on eBay. So again, I might only get, 12 on the low end, 15 if I hold out for it and I give it a good look over and it's a good shape. But that art, couldn't pass on that art. All right, finally something that's not spooky. This Evergreen National, let's try that again. Evergreen Aviation Museum, SR-71, McMinnville, Oregon. This ship in the middle looked very sci-fi to me, which is the first reason I picked this up. I thought it was actually like, a fake museum like shirt from a movie or something, but apparently it is a real museum. We do quite well with museum shirts, once again for the reason that they're quite expensive when people go to the museum. And this one also, and then we do well with aviation shirts. So when it's a combination of aviation and a museum, it really works. This one actually still has its tag, and it really wasn't too expensive. It was only $16, but we don't know how old this is. So it might have been $16, and this shirt could be from a long time ago. Ring spun cotton. Again, very nice quality. This tells me it's brand new. It's an XL for an airplane shirt. It's everything I need. Gorgeous. Nice color too. It's kind of a burgundy color. So that's going to make some gentlemen happy. And then we have another fun old shirt. This is an arcade, ground control classic arcade shirt. Not a vintage shirt. It is a modern shirt with a graphic from a classic arcade game. Classic arcade games are very in. And if you find a real retro shirt with a classic arcade game on it, you're in the money. This one, again, might be a $12, might be a $14 shirt. It's a thinner shirt, but in very good condition. It's fun. And here's where I broke my rule again. So I also swore I would not buy any more Knott's Berry Farm Halloween Haunt shirts. And the reason I say this is because I have a bunch. And although I do sell them now and again, they don't sell for much, which I don't understand, because the Universal Studios Halloween Haunt shirts sell for a lot. These just don't. And I guess it's just because it's not, the Halloween ones at Universal tend to be movie themed. These are not. But I fell in love with this graphic. I love the purple and the green And it's got, as it always does, it has all of the names of the different rooms, or I don't know what they call them, like attractions that are at the event. This is the back of the shirt. The front of the shirt has Knott's Haunt 2011. Of all the shirts I've seen, except for the Elvira one, which was my favorite, this one's really nice. This one I think is a little bit more thought out, quality shirt. I left behind, be proud of me, I left behind a hoodie from Knott's. Did not have as good a graphic as this, and it would have been like $7, and I knew I couldn't do that. So I got this one for like $3. I didn't. Some of the shirts I picked up somewhere were only literally 95 cents. That's what this place does sometimes, 95-cent shirts. But I can't remember which ones that was. So they were dollars. So I took all the tags off already. This might have been one of them, because I'm looking at it. It does have some weird striation issue happening here, but like it matters, because really, again, somebody who wants this, I'm going to have to struggle to sell it probably anyway, but I'm going to have the largest collection of Halloween Haunt shirts. I'm going to be the person who has the biggest collection of Halloween Haunt shirts, having never been to one, which is even funnier because I'm too scared. So this was my boo-boo of the week, to quote the Celtic Traders. I saw this. It's a like Dickie style work shirt from Lucky 13 Apparel. If you can see that. Supernaturally made in the USA. I love that it was a work shirt. I love that it was Lucky 13. And I really loved this graphic on the back. It's drag racing, which is popular and we do well. It's slightly spooky. It's kind of a bowling shirt, work shirt. I thought it would be super. And it was half price. So I think I got it for like $3. It would sell for probably $35 to $45. I could not find this exact shirt online, but similar ones from this company were selling for that much. Only I discovered this. Look at that right there. Let me go here where you can see. Huge cut in this. And it's weird because it's like an angle cut. Again, it looks like somebody was cutting with scissors. This is exactly how this Snow White costume was cut the other day. Like somebody was cutting with scissors and just went right in. Or I guess he caught it on something. So I don't know what to do. You could just patch that. And I could patch it. I might even try to do that. Just buy a patch and patch it. Because it's a good shirt. And unfortunately it's not a shirt that's meant to be tucked in. So this is going to be out. But if it's a $35 shirt without the cut, the art is so cool. And the cut is at the bottom where, it's not that big a deal and it can be patched. Will somebody buy it anyway with that flaw in it? I don't know. I mean, I've already bought it, so I'm going to take a chance to put it up. I just think it's too nice to just toss out because of that damage at the bottom. So I may get a patch myself and patch it and then at least sell it patched, which, would be better. But, heartbreaker on that one. This, I think, actually might have been one of my 90-cent ones, or max was $2. Princess and the Frog, Disney, art. I love this shirt. I don't really know this movie. I have to admit it's one of the Disney movies I've never seen. But the art on this is just adorable. Again, it's slightly spooky. It's got the colors in it, the purples and the greens. I love that purple-green combo. And it's just one of the more vibrant Disney shirts I've ever seen, with so much going on in it. I did leave behind a New Orleans voodoo shirt that I saw too, because it was in kind of bad shape. And then the front says Princess and the Frog, and it is Disney Store, so it's not a fake. Yeah, so cute. So I have no idea what that's worth, but I thought that was adorable, and somebody who loves that movie is going to want that shirt. Speaking of Disney and Alice, I had a big run on Alice in Wonderland this week. So I had that Alice costume that I found in my Goodwill bin haul, which if you go back in my hauls, you'll see that. And then I found that the Mad Hatter costume, and I found this. So this is one of these dry fit Disney Disney Run. So when they have their, usually it says on the front, the 5K or 10K run, they give these shirts to people, and they're very, very high quality Champion dry fit shirts, the kind of shirts like you run in them and you don't, the sweat, the shirt doesn't stick to you. Oh, it says it right in the middle, 10K, I'm losing my mind. So every year when Disney does these, they have these different graphics on them, and they're so cute, the graphics. This Alice one, is one of my favorites. We've had another Alice one that was also amazing, but I like this Alice design even better. These sell really well, I think, for two reasons. I think that the people do like to buy them just to run in them because they are good quality dry fit shirts, and then the fact that they are nice Disney graphics. I was originally reluctant to buy them because of the dates. Dates on shirts generally make it a little harder to sell, because if you weren't at Disneyland in 2011 and the shirt's 2011, you don't necessarily want the shirt. But these dated shirts do seem to go. And I don't know if people who ran the races want them. I don't think so. I think people who just are big Disney fans, they don't care about the date. They don't care that they're race shirts. They care about the fact that they're good quality running shirts with a fun Disney pattern on them, so they can wear them when they go running. I like the color on this one too, and it's a good size. And then the back just has the sponsors. But I never, ever hesitate to pick these up anywhere. I mean, $3 is my price point, but I would probably pay up to $5 on one of these if the art was really nice. I've been known to sell these for up to $35, no joke, and sometimes a little bit less. But I have a couple that haven't gone, but mostly. This was kind of a wild card that I picked up because it was 95 cents. It's White Stag, which is, I wouldn't normally buy. The collar's a little frayed, but it was so cute. This embroidery, Halloween embroidery, this adorable jack-o'-lantern at the bottom. Very cute woman's jacket. It was a good size. Said 95 cents. I wasn't going to leave it behind. A couple more. I think this is Tokidoki. It's cracking a little bit, which is kind of a shame, but I like the art. Reminds me of Mega Man, and on the back is more art, which is very unusual on the back side. And the little tag at the bottom. It's in pretty good shape. I do think that's Tokidoki. If you find their purses and things, they sell really well. Okay, running out of steam and running out of shirts. This is the Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies shirt. As you can see, this is what I was saying. This looked like that one I showed you earlier that was a band shirt, and this is a movie shirt. I don't know how much of a market there is for Hobbit stuff still, but I thought the graphic on this was beautiful, so I bought it. And this is a video game, again, breaking my zombie rule. I bought it because on the back it says Ninja Gaiden. I knew it was either a video game or a manga or anime. I didn't know which, but I knew it was one of the two, and I thought the art was kind of excellent. So I got that for $2. And the final shirt is this crazy Rush caricature of one of the band members, Geddy Lee, I think his name is. And I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't really know the origin of it, but I thought the art on it was kind of fun, and I think somebody wanted it. It's a really big, roomy shirt. It's a 2X, in pretty good shape. And yeah. So, that's what I got. Oh, is that crazy or what? Oh, gotta lift this up. I don't even know how many that is. But that's my shirt haul. Like I said, I got some other items, but we're going to leave those for another time. If you went shopping this weekend, I would love to hear about your pop culture finds or whatever you found this weekend. Leave me a link to your blog, your video, your Facebook page, whatever. Or just tell me about it in the comments below. And if you have anything to say about any of these, I'd love to hear your comments on those as well. Always happy to learn something new. See you later.